Hey, hello. So today we're going to talk about inserting pictures and maybe other media into a Word document. So there's going to be a few different ways we can do this, and we'll look at some of the options. We'll look at inserting from um, the what we would call clip art on the computer or from the internet. So first I have a new document that's blank. I'm going to go up to Insert. And you'll see on as the ribbon changes, you'll see something called Pictures. Go to Stock Images. Now, for a moment, it will come up, and I'm going to look for something interesting. I'll put a house and scroll down until I find what I want. Here we go. So this house, and I'm going to say Insert. Okay, so it has inserted this picture. Now, you'll see I can try to move it. You see my cursor changes to the move icon, but I cannot move it. So something. But if I click above it, I can move it with the cursor. This isn't the way I want to do it. So I'm going to show you how to do it in a way that makes it a little bit more user-friendly. So I'll go to back, undo, undo, go back to insert. This time I'm going to go to text box, draw text box. And now draw the text box here where I want it. Go back to insert. Go back to insert, pictures, stock images. It's a little slow today. Go back to house. Here it is. Insert. Now my house has inserted into this text box. So now if I want to move it, I click on the text box. Oh, what have I done? Undo. Okay, I click on the text box, like so, and I can move it. I can move it anywhere I want. So it's a little bit, for me, a little bit user-friendly, but now I see a problem. So right click on the text box and go to Format Shape. You see how there's this line around the text box? We don't want to see this line. So I'm just going to go, and you can see when you go Format Shape, you have a few options here. So we're going to stay on this one, and we're going to go to Fill, No Fill. This is sometimes collapsed, so sometimes you have to click on this. And we're going to go to Line, No Line. So now the line disappears. The text box is still there. See, I can see the shadow of it. But I don't have the lines to sort of makes it look like the picture is directly in my document. So now I want to format this picture a little bit. So this format has stayed up, right? If it hadn't, if I had closed it, I just right click and then go all the way to the bottom, format picture, and this opens up again. So here you have some options. You have fill, line, you have shadow and all of these effects. You have position, and I'm going to go to picture. And this may be collapsed, but I can open it like this and go to transparency. So I'm going to push this transparency uh, around. So I can make it almost so it disappears. I can make it so it's kind of like a watermark, which is what I want. So I want this watermark behind my something I'm going to insert. So here we go. So now I still have my text box, so I can still move my picture. But what I want to do is make sure that whatever I put on top of this picture is going to be uh, the way I want it to be. So this is the key, is I want to make sure that I'm inserting another text box now on top of this. So I'm going to go back to text box, draw text box, draw a text box on top of this photo, like so. But again, now my text box is blocking the photo. But we'll get to that in a moment. So I want to insert some words on here, right? So I'm going to switch over to Google, where I search for the lyrics to a song, Our House, and I want to insert that in here. So I'm going to Control V to paste, but now I have a problem. Now it's all black, and what I need to do is change this to keep just the text only. So now I have only text on top of this photo. Okay, so I have the lyrics to Our House. I'm going to go back to Format Shape. I want no fill, so it's transparent. I want no line, right? So now I have, I'll zoom in so you can see a little better. Now I have the words to Our House over this photo of a house. Now, honestly, this is not a gorgeous display, but it shows you how to do a few things. It's about getting some information from the internet, inserting it into your document. So let's look at how we can uh, insert a photo from the internet. What's the best way to do it? How to get the best quality? So I'm just going to get rid of all of this. Okay. So now I want to go to the internet. We'll go back to this Google search here that I did. And I want to search for a photo of a gecko. So I'm going to search for gecko, and then if I want to get just images, I'm going to click on images here. So this is assuming you use Google. So you can see that there's many, many images of geckos. If I want, I can make it more specific by looking at certain geckos, a leopard gecko, a house gecko, a crested gecko, blue gecko, pet, green. If I want to see just drawings, then I can just see drawings of geckos. If I go back, I can X this out and go back to what I had before. So there's lots and lots of images of geckos that I can put into my Word document if I want. So let's look at this. Geckos of the world. Maybe this is a good one. So when I click on it, it makes it a little bit bigger over here. You see it can get a little clearer. Um, and then I can go to these, I can go to my right click and I can say copy the link if I want to put a link to this picture in a document. I can save the image to my computer. I can copy the image. I can copy the image address. So let's copy the image and go back to my Word document. Now, same as before, I don't want to just insert this into my document because then I can't uh, move it very easily. So I'm going to draw a text box here in the middle like this. I'm going to format this text box to have no fill, no line, close. And now I'm going to click back into the text box, Control V, and there's my geckos inside my text box. You notice that it was kind of not centered, so I can center it in the text box if I want, if that makes me feel better. So if you're writing a paper about the geckos of the world, this is a way that you can get that image. So if you want to alter this image at all, you can go to Format Picture. You can go to, this is Effects. So you can look at shadow, reflection, glow, all of these different things you can do uh, to change the image if you want. Artistic effects if you want. This will give you an example of some of the things you can do. If I want to make it like this, kind of, interesting. You can go back to the original. So there's lots of things you can do. Now, obviously, if you're putting this into a document, you would also want to make some sort of reference to whose image this is. So you're not just stealing an image off the internet. But this is a way to insert an image into your document. You can easily manipulate that image. You can make it however you want. You could make it a watermark if you want, and then move on. So it's kind of a fast way to insert something into your document. Okay, so I think that's kind of a good start for copying and pasting and using images and uh, manipulating those images within a document. Thank you for watching.